Na-off lang ang mixer. Ladies and gentlemen, may bago na naman tayo na-discovery. Ang nangyari po nung nakaraang halalan ay inulit po yung Smartmatic na style. Na-discovery po. Kung nakaraan, ang ginawa nila sa Smartmatic, mula sa mga presinto, ang resulta ay pinadala sa isang makina muna na may tatak na 192.168.0.2 bago ipinasa sa mga presinto, mga bilangan. Ang bilangan ay tawag dyan ay board canvassers sa munisipyo o sa city. Ganon ang nangyari noong nakarang halalan. Na noong nakarang halalan ay mayroong tinatag na overbought sa 1 million plus. Hindi naniwala sa resulta. Pero bagkos natili ang resulta kasi hindi man lang inaksyonan ng Supreme Court ang sal ng T-Intrayo. Ngayon, ladies and gentlemen, may na-discover na naman. Lumalabas po, dahil natandaan nyo kung nasundan ninyo sa report sa media na may nakita na data center na tatlo makina na napadepensa si George Win Garcia na data center lang daw yun. Yun pala, yung resulta ng karaang 2025 election, nanggaling sa mga presinto na resulta, ibinaw hindi direkta rin sa mga board of canvassers. Hindi doon tinapon. Tinapon mo na sa isang makina na data center kung tawagin. 3 data center. Yung sa pangatlo dito na tinapon. Mula sa 3 data center, doon nila ipinasa ang kopya ng media, kopya ng PPCRB, kopya ng NAMPREL, kopya ng mga dominant party, kopya ng mga non-dominant party, at ang kopya papunta sa mga board of canvassers, city or municipality. Dalawa, dito pinasa rin ang ibang kopya, barang backup copy nila. So, ibig sabihin po, kung dito, ang nasa batas po natin sa resolution ng 11098, galing sa presinto, kung halimbawa presinto ito, isang makina, imbis na pupunta direkta sa board of canvassers, sa munisipyo, sa mga bayan-bayan at saka mga lungsod, dumaan mo na dito sa third bago punta doon. Ibig sabihin, pwedeng mangyari na dito nila nangyari sa makina na to. Doon nila ginawa ng program. Ay, nakakaasar talaga itong eleksyon natin to. Talagang ito, puputulan na to ng mga sila ni Juan na to. Sila ni Erwin Garcia. Siya noon tumutuligsa, noong abogado pa si BBM, tumutuligsa siya sa Comelec. Ngayon siya naman ang gumagawa ng tinutuligsa noon. Sabi, matindi. Pakinggan niyo po yung na-discover na mga grupo ng generals, grupo ng T-Intrayo, grupo ng mga IT experts na alam ngayon. Yan na po ang nangyari. So may 8 silang problem areas. Pakinggan niyo po na maigi at aking ipi-play po.
Nakaka-nervyos. Ito mga papaliwanag dito sa 8 areas of the 2025 elections that are very disturbing sa Pilipino po. Nakaka-nervyos. Ito mga napunami ito ni Lacson. Attorney Alex. Magandang hapon po sa mga lahat. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagdalo. This all began Wednesday last week, May 14, when a group of retired generals and officers, bishops and priests decided to meet to talk about the results of the elections. I was invited as a guest in that meeting. And during the meeting, the group decided to gather to organize this gathering today. And I was tasked to do the presentation. So in the last 7 days, I've been trying to put together itong observations and findings. In this press con, we are not attacking or accusing anyone, any group, or any agency. We will be merely presenting to you our group's collective observations and findings based on the facts as reported in the different media, the pronouncements of the Comelec, and the testimonies of personalities as they were interviewed or as they appeared on TV. We will be merely asking questions. We will avoid making any conclusions as much as possible.
Nawala pala.
It's up to you to make your own analysis.
Teka muna, nawala pala ako na sa Anyway, bago ko pala i-play, sinasabi pala dito ng nag-present na napatan nila 8 na problema sa resulta ng eleksyon. So ngayon nakita nila 8 problema. iniisa-isa nila. Ang isang pinaka-problema na nakita nila ay imbis na ang mga resulta sa kada presinto ay ibato direkta sa Board of Canvassers ng CPO ng city, ay may dinaanan pa makina, binato muna sa tatlong server, data server, pinato muna dito pangatlong data server, bago ibinato sa mga magbibilang ng resulta. Nakita nyo? Nung sa panahon ng 2022, ganun din ginawa, Smartmatic na 192.168.0.2 na makina, bago binato sa mga Board of Canvassers ng munisipyo o ng city. Ganito rin po ang ginawa nila ngayon. Kung ito ba ang naging resulta ng pandaraya kung bakit mayroong sobra or votes na 17,028,780 votes? Yan bang naging dahilan? Ibig sabihin kasi ng 17,028,780 ay iyon po ang dami ng tao na ang bilang sa Senado, bilang ng boto ng senador ay hindi binilang ang boto nila kahit isa. So, ibig sabihin, ang overvotes hindi binilang sapagkat sumobra sa 12 ang binoto ng pagkasenador. Ganon din ang isa, 3 mahigit milyon na overvotes din sa party list. Ang ibig sabihin, 3 milyong Pilipino ang tanga sa pagboto ng party list. 17 milyon ang bumoto na tanga na Pilipino sa pagkasenador. Ilan na botante natin? 69 million, 29% hanggang 30% ang 17 million. Kung ipasok mo yan kung nabilang lamang ng tama yung 17 million, ay ibig sabihin yung top 12 na nanalo ay pwede pang matalo sila lahat. Kahit yung number 20, pwede silang talunin. Ganun po nangyari. Ito po yung unang findings na. Makinig po kayo.
We invited PPCRB, the NAMFRED, and the different media to this gathering today so that you can correct if you think that any of our presentations are inaccurate or mali, or taken out of context or lacking in things. We are one with you in guarding and upholding the sanctity of our people's votes. We thank the NAMFRED and PPCRB for all the hard work that they did to protect our people's votes. And we thank all the media outlets and reporters for all your hard work in covering and reporting the news to the nation. If you have questions or comments, we will have a portion for that at the end of this presentation. Now let me proceed to the presentation of the observations and findings.
Po natin mahahayaan yung speaker na mag-proceed. Nais ko na muna alalahanin na nag-warning na si Attorney Jerel Harold Despicio na sinabi niya na pinalabas ng COMELEC na programa na gagamitin daw para sa mga sa eleksyon na ilalagay sa kada makina ay 3.4 version. Ngayon, yun ang na-audit, yun ang na-check. Ang hindi na-audit, nilagay na 3.5 version na dinagdagang pagbabago, yun ang nilagay sa kada makina. So ito na po yun ang sinasigaw ni Attorney Jerel Harold Despicio na nagkawindang-windang na at nagkaroon pa ng 17 million na overvotes sa pagkasenado. Kung nakaboto ko na bilang lamang ang boto ng 17 million na Pilipino ay siguradong top 12, baka matanggal pa. Ganun lang po ang ibig sabihin yan. Pakinggan pa natin.
Amin, Alyansa ng Kakaisang Mamamayan at Church Leaders Council for National Transformation. Are you ready? So let me begin.
Pisa na.
Okay. On December 13, 2024, COMELEC issued COMELEC Resolution 11098, Annex B, entitled ACM Operation Procedures. If you go to page 16 of that COMELEC resolution, number 10, under that election day, pakita ko sa inyo. This is the, kinuha ko sa ano, so hindi siya klaro, but this is the original stay. As you can see, number 10, to tap, ano na ito, transmission, and this is the procedure issued by COMELEC. To tap start transmission button, and then it will proceed with the transmission to the following servers. MBOC, City Municipal Council, Central Server, COMELEC, Citizens Armed Server, this is PPCRV. Citizens Armed Server, this is number 2, this is NAMFREL. Dominant Majority Political Party, Dominant Minority Political Party, and Media Server. 7 po ito. Ibig sabihin, pag tinap mo na yung transmission button from the precinct, yung ACMs, we will go to election returns, we go directly to these 7 servers. And ilang beses po na in-stress yan, that the election returns from the ACMs in the precinct level will go directly, will be transmitted directly to these servers. Walang machine in the middle, walang man in the middle, walang intermediary gadget in the middle.
So ngayon, ang inapaniwanag nila sa tao na gawin ng COMELEC, walang makina o makina sa gitna o man in the middle ang tawag nila. Dapat direkta. Pero ang nangyari, na-discover nila.
So ibig sabihin po, ito yung transmission flow based on the rules issued by COMELEC. From the ACMs in the precinct level, diretso sa dito. MBOC, City Municipalities, Central Server, COMELEC.
Oh, yan po yung unang sinabi ng COMELEC. Alimbawa yung asol na yan nakikita nyo, kung iyan ang presinto, direkta ang pagpadala sa PPCRV, sa mga lahat ng media entities na pagbibigyan, dominant party, minority party, at ipadala lahat, yan dapat ang ideal kung susundin ang batas.
PPCRV, NAMFREL, Dominant Majority Party, Dominant Minority Party, and some media server based on what I showed you. Page 10, page 16, number 10, under that election day, on the rules of ACM operation procedures. Unfortunately, that is not what happened. And nung binasa ko yung report, news report ng Rappler by Gemma D. Mendoza, first posted 7:27 in the evening, updated 11:02 in the evening of May 12, ito yung lumabas from the ACMs in the precinct level. Hindi siya dumiretso dito, pinadala sa tatlo: Central Server, COMELEC; Backup Server, COMELEC; Data Center 3.
Data server. Nag-report ang taga-Rappler na si Miss Mendoza alas 7:26 ng gabi na na-discover niya na ang pagpadala mula sa mga presinto ay dumadaan binato sa 3 server. Ang unang server ay Central Server ng COMELEC. Ang pangalawang pinadala ng resulta ay ang backup server ng COMELEC. Ang pangatlong pinadala ng kopya ay yung data server. Na mula sa data server, iyon naman ang magbabato ngayon papunta sa mga NAMFREL, PPCRV, babato sa mga media, babato sa minority party, dominant party, at ibabato sa mga board of canvassers. So, ladies and gentlemen, kontra sa batas na sinasabi nga mula sa asol na ito na blue ay dapat presento, magdiretso dapat. Ang ginawa, dumaan to sa green. Yan po ang matindi na ngayon. Matindi na talaga election sa botas na nangyayari.
At itong Data Center 3, ito yung nagpadala sa PPCRV, NAMFREL, Media Server, Dominant Majority Political Party, Dominant Minority Political Party. So dumaan siya dito, nagkaroon siya ng machine in the middle, man in the middle, intermediary gadget. So, itong data center was not mentioned at all in the rules of COMELEC. COMELEC Resolution 1108098 was not mentioned. So the presence of this is illegal and unlawful. Pero dumaan siya dito, at ito yung nagpadala sa lahat. So actually that's the first. The second is that itong data center 3, ito din yung nag-consolidate ng all election returns from all precincts nationwide.
Yun daw nagtipon, yung data center 3. Yan ang nagtipon ng lahat ng resulta sa mula sa ibang presinto sa buong Pilipinas. Yan. So kung diyan nagtipon, lahat ng mga magic diyan ang ginawa. Bago binato sa mga kada board of canvassers.
All by itself. It performed the consolidation all by itself. Without the presence, without the participation of PPCRV, NAMFREL, Media Server, Dominant Majority Political Party, and Dominant Minority Party. It performed by itself.
Okay. Para maintindihan nyo yan, di ba, naintindihan naman siguro ninyo, kung babalik tayo sa sinaunang panahon na bilangan mano-mano, pagtapos mo na total, dalhin mo sa Board of Canvassers ang resulta. Kung munisipyo, kung city. Dapat doon. So, ibig sabihin, pagdating doon sa school board canvasser, may sariling watchers naman doon, may sariling official naman doon. So, tapos, magbibilang naman sila doon, kung anong resulta ng bilang nila, ay ipasa nila sa Provincial Board of Canvassers. May sariling official naman doon, may sariling mga checker. Bago ipasa naman sa National Board of Canvassers, may sariling checker naman, may sariling tagabilang naman doon. Ganon dapat sistema. Pero ang ginawa ng Comelec, mula dito sa asul na nakita ninyo, iyan ang asul, assume mo, iyan ang presento. Pinadala dito sa mga data service, wala namang bantay dyan sa data server. Walang taga-Nampril dyan, walang taga-Comelec, walang taga-Lente, walang taga-PPCRB, walang nagbabantay. Sila lang, automatic lang naggumagalaw sa kanya, naggumagalaw na walang ibang nakakakita. Ganun po ang ginawa ni George Erwin Garcia. Katarantado mo, Erwin Garcia.
But not only that, nagkaroon ng delay of around 2 hours. Bago niya, finorward yung election results data to PPCRB ng FREL media server. Political party. So that's essentially what happened. Okay. Now, let me present to you this data. Itong 8 areas. So the first area that is very disturbing is that hindi niya pinadala directly from the ACF, the precincts, hindi pinadala to its transparency parties, to PPCRB, ng FREL, media server, the 2 dominant political parties, hindi na pinadala in violation of the Comelec Resolution 11098 Annex B, page 16. Second, well, actually the question I would like to ask here is that actually question. So ito yung first very disturbing observation. Hindi pinadala directly. So the question that we would like to ask on this area is this: why did Comelec use Data Center 3 server, which is not one of the listed and designated servers to receive under the Comelec Resolution 11098 Annex B?
Okay, ulitin ko lang. Ang sinasabi niya si Atty. Lacson ata yan. Bakit ang ginawa ng Comelec mula sa presinto, bakit pinadala mo na sa Data Center 3? Na wala man lang yan sa batas, hindi inuto sa batas na gagawin yan. At ang lahat ng election returns o election results, siya ang tumanggap. Bago binato sa PPCRB, binato sa Lente, binato sa Namprel, binato sa mga dominant party, binato sa mga minority party, at binato sa, higit sa lahat, sa mga board of canvassers ng city at saka municipality na siyang magbibilang, mag-iipon ng boto. Bakit ganoon ginawa ng Comelec? That is illegal. Pakinggan na si Atty. Lacson.
Question number 2. Why did Comelec make PPCRB, NAFREL, media, and the 2 dominant parties and the Filipino people believe that the system it will use will send the election returns directly to them without passing through any intermediary? Pwede lang to. Later po. At the end, as I mentioned, I will entertain questions at the end. Okay. So that's the first. The second question is that, the second area is second very disturbing observation. Comelec, through its Data Center 3, was the only one that conducted the consolidation of all election records from precincts nationwide, all by itself, without the presence or participation of PPCRB, NAFREL, media, and the 2 dominant political parties. So the question that we want to ask in this area is that, why did Comelec not disclose to PPCRB, NAFREL, media, the 2 dominant parties, that there will be a server that will consolidate first all the results nationwide? Bakit hindi natin disclose? Okay. Third, very disturbing observation. There was a long delay.
Anyway, dahil ko lang ulitin, sabi niya, pangatlong tanong, bakit ang ginawa ng Comelec, inipon mo na sa isang makina ang lahat ng resulta bago ibinuhos iba to sa mga kada presinto, kada municipal board of canvassers sa city board of canvassers, bago binigay sa media. Okay, patuloy natin.
Around 2 hours before Comelec released the first batch of consolidated election results data in the format agreed upon to PPCRB, NAFREL, media, and the 2 dominant political parties. Let me read po yung reports na, news report na Rappler on this. Here po.
Hindi ka nag-open ng data mo?
According to the news report of Ms. Gemma P. Mendoza, the Rappler Digital Services Chief, let me quote her. Shortly after the 7 p.m., the Comelec results site showed that election returns had begun arriving at the data center. of COMELEC. So shortly after 7 p.m., news organizations stationed at the COMELEC Media Transparency Server Center were expecting the first transmission of results by 7:30 p.m. End of quote. However, by 7:30 p.m., COMELEC had not yet transmitted any election results to PPCRV, NAMFREL, and the media, and the two dominant political parties. By 8 p.m., 1 hour, still the same. No results. In her news report, according to Gemma Mendoza of Rappler, and I quote, by the time the first batch of files was released to the other transparency servers, 60.42% of the election returns nationwide had already been received by the COMELEC server. However, the file was provided in a different format from what had been previously agreed upon, causing further delays in communicating.
Okay, ito gano. Ang sinasabi dito ni attorney nito, nag-report po ang Rappler. 7:26 p.m. ay wala pang resulta dumarating sa kanila. Umabot mga alas 8 na mahigit ng oras, saka pa lang may dumating sabay-sabay. Ibig mo ba sabihin, lahat ng, kung totoo yun, lahat ng mga presinto sa buong Pilipinas ay sabay-sabay nagbuhos ng alas 8 ng resulta. Pero hindi po yun ang tinitingnan ko. Ang tinitingnan ko nangyari ay tinipon muna doon sa data center 3, data server number 3. At dumatipon na, sabay ibinagsak 60% na resulta. At nangyari nga, di ba nagkadoble pa daw sila? Na binawasan pa 5 milyon? Yan po nangyari. O, pakinggan nyo.
The initial results. COMELEC eventually reformatted the files and sent the reformatted files to PPCRV, NAMFREL, and the media. Gemma Mendoza of Rappler did not mention what time exactly her Rappler team received the first batch of the election results from COMELEC in the format agreed upon by the parties. But according to Mr. Eric Aguilar, NAMFREL Secretary General, when I talked to him May 16, last week, during the presentation of NAMFREL on media its findings, he said it was around 2 hours to 2.5 hours before they received the first batch of election results that was readable by them in a format agreed upon by the parties. I hope Mr. Alvera is here because I want him to confirm it. Alvera. Okay. Quote and quote, pure chaos. That's how Gemma Mendoza of Rappler described in one word. Chaos. In one word. The media situation at the COMELEC Media Center from 7 p.m. up to 2 p.m. Chaos. That was the situation of the media. By contrast, during the 2022 presidential elections, a total of 39,512 election returns were already received by the COMELEC Transparency Server International during the first 53 minutes of counting from the time the voting closed in the 2022 elections. And these 39,512 election returns gave PBBM 20.6 million votes. Question. What really happened during those 2 hours of it? When PPCRV, NAMFREL, media were blind on the results. When only COMELEC had exclusive access to control all election results data from precincts nationwide. What happened during that period of the past? Number 4. Oops. Sorry, maybe someone doesn't want me to proceed with the presentation.
Namatay ko rin din.
Which PPCRV, NAMFREL, and the media used for the respective tallies of the election results. So COMELEC merely supplied. Our question here is that, what if the election results data supplied by the COMELEC to PPCRV, NAMFREL, and the media were already manipulated for Albert?
Oh, ang kasunod na tanong niya, dahil dumaan sa data server 3 bago binuhos at hindi naman pinadirekta na nanggaling sa presinto, so nagtatanong sila, manipulado na pala itong mga resulta? Yun ang tanong. Maray na banggi at miniature. Pagaw Baker, tama ka, failure of election.
Okay, number 5. A vote discrepancy of around 5 million votes was discovered by the media teams. But it was only COMELEC who performed the cleaning process. The paglilinis process all by itself.
May na-discover ang Rappler na reporter na may discretion na may discrepancy ang vote na 5 milyon. Anong nangyari? Imbis na mag-check, kasama ang Rappler, magtitingin, kasama ang NAMFREL, kasama PPCRB, nag-correct lang, ang kumilik lang, bastos.
Without the presence or participation of PPCRB, NAMFREL, and the media. So may na-discover na vote discrepancy of around 5 million, but it was all COMELEC who did the cleaning and the paglilinis all by itself. All by itself. Without the presence of PPCRB, NAMFREL, and the media. Our question here in this area is that, how come COMELEC conducted the cleaning or paglilinis of the vote discrepancy all by itself? Bakit hindi niya in-invite yung presence or participation of PPCRB, NAMFREL, and the media? 6 very disturbing observation. Thousands of voters complained that their VVPATs or voters' receipts did not reflect the list of candidates they voted for. May natatag, may nabawas. Many also complained that the ballots issued to them were pre-shaded or where the names of certain candidates nakashade.
O napansin na marami pala nagreklamo na pre-shaded ang ballots. At marami ang nagreklamo na yung kanilang resibo ay hindi nagtugma sa kanilang binoto. At marami na nagreklamo na ang kanilang resibo ay overvotes, na hindi man lang overvotes.
Our question in this area is this. When the voting machines issued VVPATs or voters' receipts that added or removed certain candidates from the list of candidates voted for by the voters, were they due merely to machine mistakes? Or were they part of a planned manipulation that was poorly executed? Second question in this area. When a number of ballots were pre-shaded, ibig sabihin, yung names of certain candidates were shaded, was it the machine that performed the shading?
Kasi dapat ang parusahan dyan, mga teachers, bakit pinayagan nila yung baluta na pre-shaded?
Machine performed the shading? Or is it humans? Or is it the people who performed the shading? If it were the people who performed the shading, then dapat yung mga election officials in those precincts with complaints of pre-shaded ballots should be charged for election offenses. Because yan yung nag-issue ng ballots with pre-shaded names. 7. Very disturbing observation.
Pag-usapan niyang overvotes na 17 million. Pakinggan niyo may sa Atty. Lacson. Tama yung obserbasyon ni ATC Jr. We've heard some all saying that goes, it's not the people who votes, but it's the people who counts the votes. O yun.
The 2019 midterm elections, the total overvotes was 1,170,331.
Yan 2022 ay, yan ba yun? Dito na siya, malapit na siya matapos. Dalang, nawala. Ito. Ang sabi niya, nung 2022, ang eleksyon, ang overvotes na pag ay 1,170,331 lamang. Pero no ngayon, 2025, ang overvotes 17,028,780 votes. Yun, hindi na makakatotohanan. Alam mo, pag maniwala tayo na overvotes yan, ibig sabihin, 17 million po na Pilipino na bumuto nung nakaraan ay mga tanga. Bumuto na sobra sa 12 sa pagkasenador.
Very disturbing observation. In the 2019 midterm elections, the total overvotes was 1,170,331. In the 2025 midterm elections, NAMFREL reported that the total overvote was 17,028,780. NAMFREL said that from 2010 to 2022 elections, the overvotes averaged only at 1.5% to 2.5%. But in the 2025 elections, the overvote reached 29.89%. The question that we'd like to ask here is this. Are these 7 million plus overvotes the results of mere voters' mistakes? Or the sensitivity of the ballot paper used by COMELEC? Or are they products of a planned manipulation that was imperfectly executed? We don't know the answer. We're just asking questions. And number 8, this is the last.
Ay bago number 8, ang tanong doon, sino ba may dahilan kung bakit, ano bang dahilan na pwede? Bakit naka-overvotes? Pwede na mali ang paper? Pwede na talagang bubu mga tao? Or pwede talaga ang isang paraan na lang ay kung may maniobra sa loob ng makina. Kaya ang pinaka-ukwan niya, maniobra talaga kung bakit naka-overvotes.
COMELEC changed the program installed in the ACMs and used an updated version. 3.50, which did not go through source code review and independent certification by IT experts as required under Section 12 of RA 9361. Our question here is, how come COMELEC did not disclose version 3.50 at the very start?
Wrong. Yun ang pinupunta natin Atty. Lacson. Ang pina-check ninyo na version ng programa na gamitin ko ay 3.4. Yan ang pina-check niya. Pero bakit ang ginamit yung 3.5? Yan ang pinakahuling tanong ni Atty. Lacson.
Bakit ang source code review nila is 3.4? How come COMELEC did not submit 3.50 for source code review and independent certification by IT experts? So our group, we want honest, transparent, and credible elections, not only orderly and peaceful elections. If you want the full copy of this with our explanations, we can send it to you. You can send us, you can email us at this email address. We'll send it. Maraming salamat.
Okay. Maghingi po kayo ng kopya sa anim.samasama@gmail.com. So ngayon, ganito, bago ko tatapusin ang programa ito, i-discuss kita ng maliwanag bawat isa-isang issue na hindi na 8 issue. 8 kasalanan. Ang pinakahuling kasalanan na diniscuss ni Atty. Lacson ay yung sinabi ni Atty. Gerald Harold Despicio na nanalong Vice Mayor sa Isabela sa Reyna Mercedes na ang na-check lamang ay 3.4 version na programa na gagamitin ko Pero hindi yun ang ginamit. Ang ginamit ay yung hindi na-check, yung 3.5. Alam niyo ba kung anong pagkakaiba sa 3.4 at 3.5? Ganito po yun. Halimbawa, patas yung programa ng 3.4 version. Tapos, gagawin ko 3.5, may dadagdag ako doon na bawat idudugtong ko lang, command, utos sa computer, na bawat 10 boto ni Ramon Revilla, kunin mong 2, ibilang mo kay Lito Lapid. Parang ganun. So, basta tuwing may magbabago ang version, magdadagdag. So, 3.4 version, kung dadagdagan mo pagbabago, magiging 3.5. Kung baguhan pa ulit, 3.6. Ganun po ibig sabihin nun. So, shout out na si Ophelia P. Taipan sa data ng Comelec machine, I think ito na So, isulat ko dito, sama.anim. Kupihan ninyo dito mag-email kayo lahat. Humingi kayo ng report ni Atty. Alex Lacson. anim.samasama@gmail.com. Diyan kayo mag-email. Humingi tayo. Email din ako, hingi din ako ng kopya kay Atty. Alex Lacson. Basta pinakaklaro sa sinabi niya. Number 1, na nagkaroon na naman ng kagaya sa Smartmatic style na may makina sa gitna o man in the middle kung tawag nila ay pupunta diyan na muna galing may presinto, doon po dadaan ang resulta makina. Kaya sasabihin mo ito kay Mayor Peter Miguel, George Bugs Adam, na ito pala nangyari. May makina nilalagay sa gitna, ang resulta kada presinto sa Coronadal, pinasa muna doon sa data server number 3. At mula sa data server number 3 na hindi alam ng mga tao, ay doon sila nag-magic sa loob. Bago ipinasa sa mga canvassing centers sa Coronadal Municipal City Canvassing Centers, doon pinasa. So malamang dinaya sila sa kanilang boto. Malamang panalo doon si Miguel. Okay? So ganun na lang ang masasabi ko. At shout out na lang kay Bugs Adam. Tapos manipulado, pag-ubigar, tama po kayo. So sabay-sabay tayo, Idumar, email ka rin sa anim.samasama@gmail.com. Maghingi kayo ng report ni Atty. Lacson. Okay? Hanggang dyan na muna ngayon at maraming salamat po.